Welcome to Radiator Ranch. It's rodeo time. My goal out here with the Mountain Ops team is to just give them a day in the life of Dale Brisby, the world's greatest cowboy. And it'll give them an idea of what this lifestyle is all about. We're gonna gather some cows, we're gonna buck some bulls, show them the day-to-day might look like for a cowboy, but also some of the etiquette behind it, the respect, the things to do and not to do. You know, you're not gonna ride in front of your fellow man. You don't ask somebody how many cows they have, those kind of things.
What a burger.
What a burger.
When's the last time you did something for the first time?
Let's go wrestle up some cattle. Giddy up. You doggy.
What's happening?
There he is.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Trevor, I assume?
Dale, I'm Nick.
Nick?
Nice to meet you.
Yes, sir. Thad, you bet.
Good to meet you, sir.
Ranching. What do we need?
We need some
About
clothes.
everything.
We need everything. Okay.
I want to
Good.
look like this with some cowboy boots.
All right. We'll get you hooked up with some good button-ups
Okay.
and some jeans and some boots.
Need a belt too, I think.
You need it all.
Need it all.
Yeah. These are plenty cowboy too.
These are all screaming my name.
That right there
Is that
is
the money shirt?
money. Matter of fact, if you don't like it, at the end of our experience, I will buy it from you. That's actually a Dale Brisby shirt.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Oh,
check it out.
Oh my goodness.
Right there, baby.
I want one that's got your face on it.
Hey, if there's a different one out here you guys want, these are just my style. So I'm like old school, and I'm okay with standing out. I don't know if you noticed.
We feel like we're standing out walking in this store. Like
Yeah,
everyone was
getting some
looking
looks.
at us like,
What are those weird pants they're wearing right now? They don't even go past their ankles.
It's tough with pants. You gotta have a lot of different, if you're selling pants, like, you gotta have a lot of variations of sizes. Maybe lock them doors and turn the lights down.
You need them longer.
Where you're gonna wear them? Right there on your waist?
what do you think?
Should they be lower? I would probably get a little longer, personally, if it were me. You get that John Wayne look. Cue the John Wayne look. You know, the Indians said that, you know, there was special medicine to sunflowers. So I think this is what you should get.
After the next couple days.
No, I think that's a woman's belt.
Okay.
Are y'all want to get on bulls?
I'll get on, bull. I've done it once before. Buffalo Chip Saloon, Arizona.
See, I was just gonna like set it up where you guys like learned how to open gates and whatnot. So, but if you're, I can give you a crash course.
I'll take any learning that you're willing to pass on.
I'll introduce you to the bulls first.
Yeah.
See what you think. That's a neat belt. Pretty much anything on this shelf would look pretty punchy. I was just telling these gentlemen that this right here is a punchy looking boot. He asked what punchy was. Well, when the term comes from like whenever you're punching up cows, this guy right here is punchy. Well, Dale Brisby is a super puncher, the ultimate level of cowboy. That's a cool boot if y'all like that one. Looks like the front leg's down there. I spend money every time I come here. All right, everybody, check your ignite. We're about to start ranching. Hell yeah. Marcus Luttrell called me the other day. It was about a 45-second phone call. About once a month he calls me. He's like, hey man, just checking in. His bit of advice was take those mornings for yourself. You know, have your quiet time, get with the Lord, work out, get your mind right before the day starts. You guys are about an hour late. I've always lived outside of town, so I just slowly kind of built up all my equipment. And I gotta stay a little extra motivated when you got a home gym. Sometimes whenever you gotta pack up and drive there, by the time you're there, you're like, I better work hard, I got a lot of skin in the game, but a home gym, if you're not careful, you can quit easy. That's why I gotta wear this, it says never quit. See, keep it simple.
Throw your feet to the front. Yeah, just like that, and then drag them back, send them again.
I don't know if I can ride a real one.
For the same reason that I work out and get in shape, I'm gonna sharpen my sword physically, is the same reason that I'm gonna get in the Word, have a Bible study, say my prayers, start the day, because I'm gonna sharpen my sword spiritually as well. The whole world's asleep. I'm missing nothing. So my time between 4 and 7 a.m. is whenever I get my day started. The one thing I'd like for these guys to take away from today is an appreciation for the cowboy lifestyle. And they get just a taste, an example of the work ethic that goes into it, as well as the camaraderie and the animal husbandry, meaning like how much we care for these animals, not only the horses, but also the cows.
You guys ever ridden horses before?
A few times.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but a few times.
It's been a while for me.
Well, perfect. Bandito's never been ridden.
My favorite kind of horse.
You can tell.
At least one thick pad. We like to, you gotta make sure it's got some sort of Navajo print on it. That way you look cool. The most important thing when you're saddling a horse and unsaddling, do the front cinch, hook the front cinch first. And that's because if this horse were to sit back and run off, that way your saddle is either on him or not. Now if he were to run off, the saddle is on his back. So once they get to a certain level of docility, I'll get really close. If something were to happen and they did for some reason kick, they could still cause a lot of damage. It'd be harder for me to punch you from right here rather than right here.
Yeah.
So you either want to be way out of way or really close. That's why you see me when I walk around him, I'll just essentially keep contact with him. It's a prey animal, so their eyes are on the side of their heads. And you've got to leave that left eye. You see him switch his head over. And horses have a hard time transferring that knowledge early on. So like if it's a colt, they'll be like watching you out of one eye and they don't want, but their eyes are on the side of their head because they're prey animals. Ours are in the front because we're predator animals. That's why we eat meat, son. That's why I'm on that carnivore. And mountain ops. Yeah, I'm on a carnivore mountain ops diet. Meat, animal products, and a bunch of Ignite. So one thing you want to be mindful of, if I have my reins too loose and my horse I want to stop him, well now my hands have to travel further to create that tension on the rein to stop it. Let's speed it up just a little to a trot. You guys kind of smooch your horses up. See what you look like at a trot. Let's learn how to trot on the trail. All right, in case you guys haven't picked up on what the plan is, I'm gonna teach these guys how to cowboy all morning. Then after lunch, we're gonna teach them how to rodeo. But first, we've got to get around these cows. We're gonna trot to Guacamole Camp. It's about 1.5 miles. So these guys are gonna have to learn how to sit a trot, and then we need to get them in the pens. Once we get to the holdup, they'll all be together, and we need every hand we can to be where they need to be to get these cows in the pen. Good job, everybody. Nice. Cowboys win! That's what Donnie was looking for. I saw him turn that camera. That went very smooth. There'd be a fire over here with a branding iron, and we'd have all the medicines and vaccines. Why don't the three of y'all come stand right here, and you can watch. This side I'll have the rope.
Bull! No, it's a heifer.
Oh, it's a bull.
We're gonna let him decide.
We'll let him if he were in pain or if he were scared, he would have ran. So it sounds like, oh man, you're gonna flank these calves, but really, when you catch 2 feet like that, it just simply drags them over. We're gonna let you guys do it. Whoever wants to go first, just the tail. There you go. Now grab the front leg. So usually you want to go under this rope, not over the top of it. And what you're gonna do is come over and under, just like that. Scoot up a little closer to him. Now I'm gonna come in. I'll castrate him. I can give him shots. We'll brand him. We'll ear notch him or put an ear tag. That's 4 things, and then you let him up. The reason we're not branding today is because it rained a lot last night, so these calves are all wet, and that just imagine a hot iron on a wet calf. It just scalds the snot out of them. It makes the brand look super ugly. It's just better for the calves. We were gonna do all this stuff today, but we had this big rain, which we needed. So we're just kind of going through a dry run for you guys. All these calves are, we have them positioned down on that end of the pen because that's where the mamas are. And your man horseback is gonna ride in and he's looking for a calf that hasn't been worked yet. He swings his loop, one sticks his butt out, so he'll throw that loop under there, try to catch 2 feet. He'll dally off and drag them this way. Down here in Texas, some of us tie off. Woo! There you go. Put that foot. There you go. Perfect. So with this arm right here, come over it. No. There you go. Come over and hook it under. There you go. Now see, and now just let it. It can, really lock it in there like that. Trev, that's perfect. You can let go of his tail. Oh. Yeah, so you don't want to hold on to it.
Now lick it.
As soon as you pull him over, you let go so you can get both hands on that front leg. Bring that left foot to go underneath on that. There you go, left foot. That's a big old calf. Pull the tail.
I just really like being a cowboy. I like it a lot.
Time for some Ignite, baby. Anybody else want one of these? The way Mountain Ops benefits me, first off, is quality of life. I want to feel good. That way I can perform the task in front of me. Pineapple. In case you were wondering, I need to be strong, I need to be fast, and I need to have a sharp mind ready to perform, whether that's gathering a set of cows or trot 25 miles in a day, and I need to have the endurance to do that.
I'm thinking we need to do a super puncher flavor.
Oh man. You know what?
Or an old sun.
Sun
super punch.
Look at my man's here has named some flavors before. I was gonna say I love the smell of arena dirt, but
Can we make it taste the same?
I don't know that would probably translate into an energy drink mix. You guys try my new flavor, feedlot smell. There you go. Keep going. Come up one more, and that's a wrap. Calves are worked. Cows are fed. We're on to the next one. Now it's time to rodeo. We got done ranching, just ranching. Now we're ready to rodeo, just rodeo. Super good practice. Yes, sir. Good job. Willie's been doing really good riding bulls. He's been progressing, had no experience before he came here, got a good attitude. He's kind of hard on himself every now and then. And so everybody's a little different. Some people need to be harder on themselves. Some people are too hard on themselves. So Willie, we really got to reinforce all the things he's doing right, because he wants to be perfect, which isn't a bad thing, but you've also got to pat yourself on the back every now and then. Pick out something to work on and give yourself something you did right. So
This is an awesome day. Love being out and smelling all the smells, breathing in this fresh air. Love the, I don't know, just this country lifestyle is something else.
Getting excited to see Thad give it a shot, but also watch the other Cowboys here do their thing, learn from the best. So it's been a good time so far today, though. Grateful to be here.
Just get a deep breath. We're waiting on your flank man. And remember, when you leave here, you're going to leave with him. All right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. All right? Good job. Good job. What happened that first jump? But then you got right back to the front. But that very first jump, we'll run the tape back. He left out of there a little harder than Boone does. And when he left, you went just like this. And then you got up and you were riding a bull for 3 or 4 jumps.
I'll take it.
Good job.
Thank you, sir.
Really good job. The Bible says to rejoice in our suffering. Suffering produces endurance. Endurance produces character. Character produces hope. And hope won't put us to shame. That comes from Jesus Christ. And that's what I've learned as a cowboy. That cowboy spirit is you work hard, you got a good attitude, and then you never quit, that it will inevitably work out in your favor. And sometimes success doesn't look the way you want it to be in that situation. So success may not mean that all the cows are in the pen. Success may not mean that you win that big check at the rodeo. The Lord may have a different picture of success for you, but that doesn't change the game plan, which is have a good attitude, work your buns off, and never quit. You gotta be ready to conquer more. It's been a full day of ranching and rodeoing here in Winnebago, Radiator Ranch. We did the deal. Had Mountain Ops out, and they must have taken their Ignite because they did really well. Now they're gonna need some of that ammo, a little bit of Magnum, do some recovery, because they're gonna be sore from trotting all them miles and riding bulls. I think they're sure enough super punchers. We're on to the next one, old son. Pow, pow.